I'm Jake,
And I'm Gerardo.
and we're on.
0 Point Podcasts.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. What's up, Gerardo? Good day.
Hello, hello. Here we are again.
Here we are. I'm
Mm-mm.
Jake. This is Gerardo, and here we go for another great podcast in the here and now.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. So, a topic. Do you feel
Ah,
a topic
yes.
bubbling?
The topics. I don't have one bubbling.
Mm-hmm.
What is life for you? Is there a topic of life for you?
Hmm. Well, not particularly. If you do feel like you want to bring something up, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
So I like just diving into like what's alive
Mm.
and so many things that are alive uh and being able to see them help us to move through whatever it is, whether it's good or bad or I mean, there's really no like good or bad. It's just it
Mm.
is.
Right.
So, I've been working a whole bunch and when I work a whole bunch, the like it gives me less energy to do other things that I like to do. So I really have to look at my body and look at myself and, understand how I can not work myself to exhaustion. And I feel that's a really good topic with today's world and everything.
Mm.
Most things are go, go, go. And
Yeah.
finding that space where we can go as much as our bodies are allowing us to go and taking that rest in the space in between.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I
It,
do feel like this is also a big topic for me right now. To be honest, yeah, I'm kind of in like a non-active mood, while a lot of brain activity, a lot of mental activity says like I should do this, I should do that, I have to complete this, and in order to get this, I have to do this and this and this. And in the meantime, like my brain is thinking about a lot, but there's a lot of inaction.
hmm,
Um, well, this is kind of a bit of the opposite of the side of the spectrum, I feel like what you're experiencing though, because you're into, yeah, you're giving the energy to work, and then you're not able to, this is what I understood, is you're not able to then have more energy to do other stuff that maybe you would like doing more. Then for me now at this moment in time, it feels like I have all the time to do what I would like doing, and I'm not even doing it.
hmm.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's the
Hmm.
duality. We are
Right?
sitting in duality between the two of us currently.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
How are we even here? How are we even doing this? What is coming
Yeah.
our is
What's the point?
All right, end the recording. Stop the thing.
Okay,
Let's
that's it. Episode done for today. Let's give the present back to our listeners.
Here you go. There you go. There you go. Are you still here? Okay, we're still here too. Let's keep it
Okay, yeah.
going.
Well, the thing is, yeah, from my perspective, like, ah, I even cannot put my finger on it. It's more like trying to be with the present and like really don't blame myself, for being in this state. Don't blame myself. Don't blame myself for the past days looking, like the past days not being active, having the time to do what I think I want to do. But then I'm just chilling and yeah, I do feel like also the body needs rest. Also started a process of yeah, cleaning the body, detoxing the body, and I do feel like this has a kind of weight also on the body as well. Like um, it is when in English, I believe, colon cleanse. Is that
Hmm.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And I do feel this right in my stomach, and yeah, it's working.
Hmm.
It's working, but it also feels like so heavy on the body, and all I want to do is just, lay down and watch some series or, yeah, just play some video games or something like that. Hmm.
Yeah, it's really interesting with healing
Hmm.
and um, you know, getting like DNA upgrades, cleaning out the intestines, cleaning out the stomach, cleaning out the things that
Hmm.
don't serve us, like how much energy the body takes to
Hmm.
regenerate and regrow.
Hmm.
And I've spent a lot of time with that, and
Hmm.
it's kind of like the moon, watching the moon. There's different times of the moon. It's waning or it's waxing. It's like
Hmm.
getting more full and then it's getting less full.
True.
And with me, I really I can look at the moon and be like, oh, okay, this is where I'm at. And then as the cycle goes through, like when it's full, I got so much energy. When it's like half, I still got quite a bit. And when that moon is like a sliver, like I'm like, oh my God, what is
Hmm.
going on? So
Yeah.
it's really interesting witnessing and seeing the different places in our life where we are and honoring these places. Like I
Hmm.
really love the piece that you spoke about, not getting down on yourself for being in the place that
Hmm.
you're in, and that's something that I really work on as well, of not
Hmm.
getting down on myself for not having all the energy I want to do all the things, or not being able to stay like as centered as I want through challenging communication or projects,
Hmm.
whatever it is to get to that end result that I'm going for.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes the end result is like it's right
Yeah.
now, and I'm just
Hmm.
trying to like keep my composure.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And I'm really working on having lots and lots of love and compassion for myself through
Hmm.
all this, because
Yeah.
like for so much of my life I was my biggest critic. I still am, though. Like I was very critiquing of how I was acting, how I was being. And so it feels so much better
Hmm.
to understand that like I am where I am and that's okay. And I love myself and I'm grateful for myself and I'm compassionate with myself for
Hmm.
just being alive, being here and just being present.
Yeah. Would you say like this is coming up while you were talking about, and thank you for sharing. Uh this thing is like when you're critiquing yourself, you're also critiquing the outer world constantly, and in the opposite way as well. Like whenever you feel like you're more comfortable with yourself, you're getting more comfortable with what happens in the outside world.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. That just popped in my head when you were sharing this. It's like and it's crazy then. Yeah, because then, to me, when I feel that, I also feel like my energy is a bit lower than the last few days, and um, like something inside me is like it's so weird, like kind of knows, like, man, just do something, get active, so you get out of that inactive state. But then in that inactive state, nothing seems to matter, right? Nothing seems to like, why? And it's so interesting in that cycle too. I've been in places in my life where it was even worse, where where I wouldn't even come, to the podcast anymore, even like, oh, we set up a time and we said we want to be here, and I would then like, uh, I can't, or I would have some excuse or something
Hmm.
to just not even do this, something that I really love doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is something that I'm still learning about. Um, because, here I am for the podcast. The other things that I have in my mind to do has to do with other work that I really like doing. Um, but it feels like to do that work, I need to get a lot of other things in order to do that work. And I just don't want to do the other things. I just want to do the work that I love doing. And the funny thing is, like, because not doing the things that I have to do in preparation to do the work, I'm not doing both. I'm not doing any of them. And this is well, it is a lesson for me still in life, and something to work through to, how would you say, like, maybe, yeah, get the courage, get the balls to just do what is necessary to then, you know, being able to do what we like and having also that energy to just do what you like and keep going on that afterwards. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a big theme. Hmm.
it is a big thing. And as much as I would like to have the answer for just going
Hmm.
forward and just doing what we love, I feel that there is like the duality and there's the waves
Hmm.
in life.
Right.
And honoring all of the waves, even when we're not fully motivated to do everything that we want to do. Um, I love the part of like the reflection.
Hmm.
Um, because this morning I was standing on the lawn and this like old couple come by and like one she's in a walker and like it looked like her husband was following behind her in his little like scooter and they're
Hmm.
going like a maybe like a quarter of a mile an hour
Hmm.
and like
Hmm.
they're
Yeah.
going maybe even less
Yeah.
and I was like, oh man, it's lovely out. It's such a lovely day. It's so beautiful. Like the temperature's nice. Like I'm sure it'll warm up later, but right now it's amazing. I was like, what a great day for a stroll. And the old lady's like, a stroll? This isn't called a stroll. And I was like,
Hmm.
okay, well, what do you call it? She's like, I'm on my torture machine. I was like, uh-huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Is this my reflection?
Mm.
Like,
Well, still, you got to admire they're still moving, and
yeah,
active,
yeah.
right? Yeah, it's so amazing. But yeah, funny story.
Yeah, it was really cute. I saw them and I was like, oh, they're
Mm.
so cute. And then she like
Mm.
came up and she's like, "Rah."
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
yeah,
the husband's behind and he's just like kind of like giggling a little bit, but and he's like just
yeah.
like behind her, like going like stopping and going and stopping,
Yeah,
making
yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's funny. It
I
oh
was like, all
it
right.
makes me remind of my grandfather and grandmother. They also every day they walked out of the house, and my grandmother also had like a stroller, like a
Uh-huh.
that thing, and every day they were when they went out for a walk. Yeah, they all made it to 90. They both made it to above 90.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and this is also a thing that comes up, instead of like maybe not even doing that work, like even like you can get in these moments where then even like, okay, uh, you're not doing the work, you're not doing what you like, and then you're not even going like out for sports or walk or anything in nature, even like that. Like this is kind of the place where yeah, where deep in action is, right? Uh, do you have any suggestions, or what do you think when people are in that space? Have you, yeah, I believe you experienced it yourself as well.
Absolutely, I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for asking. For me, I like to, find the next piece of joy.
Hmm.
And when I'm really low, like that next piece of joy can be like the most littlest, minute thing that leads to the
Okay.
next piece of joy. So like for me this morning, I was like,
Hmm.
what will lead into my joy and feeling nice. I
Hmm.
was like, my mom's making a cup of coffee. I'm like, oh,
Hmm.
I'll have a little cup of coffee
Hmm.
and then I'll, tidy up the garage some because it's a mess. And I'm like, oh, now look, oh, I can see the floor. I'm like, oh, this looks
Hmm.
nice. And then like, I could drink some water. I'm like, oh my God, it feels so good in my body. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Hmm.
water. And uh, and then I continue going on those little steps. Like, oh, my next step is like, oh, I'm waiting to get on the video with
Hmm.
Gerardo, and we're gonna find out what's alive for us.
Today,
And
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
uh-huh, yeah. And
Hmm.
so these little pieces of items or you know like actions help me to get to where I'm like full bore again. Like it's a
Hmm.
slow start for me doing work, though like I will get there eventually,
Hmm.
though I couldn't just like take the step from, feeling really slow to like diving into like doing the
Hmm.
work. There's a lot of little steps that I need to do in order
Hmm.
to get to that end result of I'm gonna work.
Hmm.
And and then the other piece for me is don't look at the whole picture. Like if I was to
Hmm.
look at the whole picture of every single of like the 50 items I need to do on my list for my
Hmm.
project, like if I was to look at all of them, it'll overwhelm me and I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I shouldn't do any of this." You know what? I might just take the
Hmm.
day off and go sit in the lake. Like,
Yeah, right?
like,
Yeah.
eh,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe I'll crawl back in my bed and just like snuggle my pillow, like, like overwhelm, overwhelm, overwhelm.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
the little steps that help me to feel better, nourishing myself, like I'll eat some food afterwards and have some more water,
Mm.
and I'll just, sit and just enjoy the day. Once I feel that I have a good like base layer of
Hmm.
joy, then I'm like, okay, what's my next one task? And like,
Hmm.
I look at my first task and I'm like, wow, that task is pretty overwhelming. Like, let's not look at that task. Like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
set that one on the shelf. I'll pick that one up later. I'm like, oh, but this task here, this is a more
Hmm.
simple, like more straightforward. It doesn't take as many like muscle groups to get that project done.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do this one. And then I notice that like once I take that first step and I start doing something, like
Hmm.
my muscles start warming up, my body starts warming up, and then like before I know it, like I'm just like moving and grooving. I got my music
Hmm.
on because that's like a big part of my joy to get
Hmm.
moving is I put on a good beat to really help that flow of whatever I'm doing. Like the beat,
Yeah,
like I'll
yeah.
start dancing and I'm like, all right, I got it going on. And
Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for sharing, man. Yeah.
Mhm.
And there was a kind of a question or a statement that came up while you were saying this, but I do believe you answered it as well. Which is like, so you said like, hey, you're gonna look like what's the next piece of joy for you?
Mhm.
Um, but I've had multiple people saying this to me, and I've seen this and see this in myself as well. Like, yeah, but putting on that game is my next piece of joy, or
Mm.
smoking that joint, or going to the lake, what you said, like go ahead,
Mhm.
is my next piece of joy. But then I spent all day on the lake, right?
Mhm.
Um, but then you answered it like this is probably well, it is because you're overwhelmed and you're just avoiding what
Mhm.
really is necessary and what you actually want to do, but
Right.
you're avoiding it completely by doing something completely different and
Mhm.
then let that take over.
Yeah.
Um, so the piece that you said there about like really taking baby steps in what you feel like you really need doing is very, very, yeah, very important, and it resonated. And big reflection for me for today and the last few days.
Beautiful.
It is also a thing that I really uh, notice is that yeah, I feel like. lately, and I heard also a lot of people talking about is like change places. And from my perspective, at what I would could do now in this moment is actually take my computer and go and just go into a public space in a cafe or a co-working space or something, and then start working there. Because it would be way less, how do you say, like a way less inviting to start playing a video game out in public, instead of staying at home in the room that you always know.
Hmm.
Um, so it's these things are definitely some how do I say it, like definitely some good tips that I got from you and some perspectives.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I love that you bring in this piece of like, switching up the atmosphere because
Mm,
sometimes when I am like staying at the place that I'm working, uh, what I'll do in the morning, it's like, I've been here all day, I've been here all night. Like I'll go and I'll, go get some breakfast or go for a walk or,
mm,
go get a drink and I'll just get myself out of the place and I'll play some
mm-hmm.
music and get out, park my car, get out and dance outside the
Mm.
car a bit and have my drink and then once I feel like, hey, it's a great day, I'm amped up a
Mm.
little bit and I feel good being out here and all right, let's take this back to the place where I'm gonna go get the things done. Let's do this
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Breathing and what's the next loving step? Right.
Hmm.
Take a breath and what's the next loving step? And then, yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I feel that a really big piece of this too for me is being grateful because, like, as I continue to be grateful for every single thing that I get or do each day, like being grateful for just waking up, like the gratitude builds on itself throughout the day. And I notice that, the more I am grateful for what I'm doing and being
Hmm.
alive and enjoying this life, the more that that builds. And I notice
Hmm.
that the joy builds on the gratitude. And before I know it, woke up, I'm like I feel like I'm hungover. I'm not hungover. I'm like hungover from working too much, and
Yeah.
uh, and I'm just like I'm drained. And how to turn that feeling drained or feeling like I don't have enough energy around is to just be grateful for what I have and my present moment, just being alive.
Hmm.
Everything that I want, everything that I need is here. Like I don't
Right.
need anything else, though
Hmm.
I want to do more things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
True. Hmm. There is maybe a very deep question coming up, but I do feel like people might resonate with this is that, and I have experienced this in life and not even so long ago, is that when you wake up and you actually just don't want to wake up, you wake up and you feel just the heaviness of life.
Hmm.
Hmm. What's your reflection on that? I do believe you have experienced this as well, or am I wrong?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
what's your ex I feel like I want to ask like what is your experience and do you feel like you got some well, a lot of what we said already is some advice to get out of there.
Hmm.
Um, but it is this thing, it is a very big theme I feel like also in the world like in the world we have a well there's a lot of things changing in the world. And it feels like a lot of people are, yeah, getting into this state of like they're figuring out who they really are,
Hmm.
but then they get overwhelmed by what they want to change in life for
Hmm.
themselves, and they get into this state where they actually don't like even waking up, maybe, but they still wake up every day, because almost everyone inside of us, I believe everyone inside of us is a little flame burning. Like there is more, right?
Hmm.
So. Um, Yeah. What's kind of your perspective on that?
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring in this piece of, a lot of people finding themselves and then are also having trouble seizing the day and doing,
Mm,
and they're stuck in bed and they don't want to get out
hmm
of bed. And I have talked to quite a few people that get in these spaces,
hmm
and what I notice a similarity with this is a lot of people are wanting to do things for other people or
Right.
do things that they think they need to do for somebody else or their job or you know whatever it is, and it's outside of them what they're looking for. And I feel a big part is coming back to self. We're figuring out who we are, though, when we're doing something for another all the time. Like if, say I had a 9 to 5 job, and I haven't had a 9 to 5 job for 20 years.
Nice.
So um, it's for me it's creating my own life and my own reality and like getting my own projects and
Mm,
like doing the things that I enjoy in the time frame that they work
mm,
best for me, because I have the luxury of, if I wake up and I'm a little bit groggy and I'm like, yeah, I could sleep a little more.
mm,
It's funny that you bring this up because it did happen this morning. Like most mornings, I wake up between 5 and 6 a.m. and I'm jazzed and ready to go.
hmm
And this morning, I woke up and it was like 6, and I was like,
hmm
I'm gonna lay here a little bit longer. Where's my pillow?
hmm
I did the pillow thing and and then I fell back asleep. And then and
hmm
7:30, I'm like, okay, I might as well get up. Let's see what's going on. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Um, and and then that's when I started asking myself, what's my first thing that I can do that'll help me to
Mm,
step into a little bit more joy.
yeah.
And uh and so within this, I feel the biggest part is being able to honor the time that it takes to get up and get moving in the morning, when I have said, like, oh, I'll be there at 8 a.m. And then I wake up and I'm tired and I'm rushing and I'm trying to get it
Mm,
together. Like most of the time those days don't end the best. Like
mm,
the days like things break and things don't go as smooth. And so I notice if I try and push myself too hard to like complete a task that like I said I would do in this time frame, like it doesn't go as smooth.
yeah.
So I've learned to, it all comes back to like what I say. So I've learned to not say like I will do this by this date. Like I
Mm,
say, you know, I see you have a bunch of items or projects, and like they'll get done when they get done. I'll do my best to stay on top of them, though I'll start when I start and I'll finish when I finish, though the end
mm,
result is going to be good and great and it'll be complete.
mm,
Though I
yeah.
need to honor myself every single day, every single morning, and I can't get going until I feel able, willing, and ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. That's it. And something that also popped up while you were talking is just the getting up in the morning. Like from my perspective, that is also something that really shifted my my days into better days. It's like, okay, from now on, I like if you have a hard time waking up in the morning, I feel like I want to invite everyone to put to set an alarm an hour earlier than you think you would than you normally would wake up. You set the alarm clock an hour earlier, and when it off, you just make that commitment to yourself to wake up immediately. When that alarm goes off, you just jump out of bed. An easy way to do this is to put the alarm like so far away from the bed, so you have to get out of bed already, right?
Uh-huh.
Then you're there, You just and from that point, you're out of bed, get out of the room, and whatever happens next. But you're an hour early awake, and that makes so much difference. You can all of a sudden, yeah, just do that breakfast peacefully. You can maybe do think about a meditation or a yoga practice or something else, drawing, whatever, something that you like doing before you kind of go to maybe a job that asks a lot of energy from you already, and you then don't have that energy, after the job. So this is also something that really shifted things for me when I started doing that. Um, but it's a constant reminder also for myself to keep doing it, right? There are these times in life where you do it, and then there are these times in life where you might not be able. I don't blame yourself for it, but yeah, it's these are all yeah good practices to get out of this loop maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank
Yeah,
you
that's
for
beautiful. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say thank you for sharing as well for this
Mm.
and to give brought me this perspective of memory back. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
And that's a really good piece for people that have to, get up and be to a certain place at a
Hmm.
certain time.
Right.
And, uh, for me, I haven't set an alarm for 5 years,
Mm.
and I I wake up when I wake up,
Yeah.
and I get going when I get going, and I don't feel that there's anything more important than taking care of myself and getting my day started however it arises.
Yeah. Yeah. I do believe that's kind of where you get when when again like the ball starts rolling, right? Yeah. Yeah, I do believe so. And then that's amazing. Like waking up with daylight or something, or
Hmm.
yeah, that's and the body gets used to it as well. When I started doing this with an alarm, putting it an hour before I normally would wake up, after I believe like 2 or 3 weeks even, or my body, I woke up like 5 minutes before that alarm.
Hmm.
While, 3 weeks, a month ago, I would like wake up an hour later and then snooze and then actually get out of bed even an extra hour later. So all of a sudden I had 2 hours extra in my day,
Yeah, that's so
right?
beautiful. I
Yeah.
love these these pieces to help us get to where we
Hmm.
want to be.
Yeah.
And I love that getting up an hour earlier and then training the body to get up because when we have more time to get out the door, if we need to get out the door or if we need to open the computer and get on a call or
Mm.
something, if we have that more time in the morning to honor ourselves and nurture ourselves, I find that the days go so much smoother and uh and it also is like the duality piece of when I
Hmm.
wake up and I'm in a rush and I got to get somewhere, like, the days are a lot more challenging.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Do you feel like there's something more to say about this topic, this direction that we headed in?
Yes, I feel
Okay.
that it's just really, really important that when we're in challenging and feeling stuck situations, that we first honor the challenge and being in
Hmm.
that spot, and we have love and compassion and kindness for ourselves and being in that spot, fully feel how much it sucks to be in the spot.
Hmm.
And then once I've fully felt, or we've fully felt how much it sucked, like, what is the opposite emotion of feeling
Right.
stuck?
Hmm.
Like, Gerardo, what's the opposite for you? What's the opposite emotion of feeling stuck?
Well, but it's not an emotion. I was gonna say flowing, but emotion, well, to be honest, it's just kind of joy,
Hmm.
enjoying what I can do. Yeah, enjoying what I'm
Beautiful.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Mm.
so it's like neutralizing
Hmm.
the emotion that is challenging that you want to move through, seeing what the
Yeah.
opposite is, and stepping into that.
Yeah. Kind of with the manifestation thing that we talked about. Yeah.
hmm Yeah,
Hmm.
because we all have waves and like the ocean is waves, you know,
Yeah.
the earth is like 70 or 80% water or something like that. And like so are we. So there's just
Hmm.
as much waves in us as there is in the ocean. And like I
Hmm.
don't know if you've spent much time at the ocean, those waves don't stop.
Yeah,
They
true.
don't
Yeah, yeah.
stop.
Yeah,
And
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
uh-huh. So it's a beautiful reflection to like look out and see like, you know, our waves are not going to stop. And in
Right.
that, honoring the waves that continue to go through, being kind and loving with ourselves, and know that like there will be another wave.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
we might catch that wave, and if we don't, it's okay because there will be another wave and it's going to be so good and so
Hmm.
beautiful and so great. So keep
Mm.
ripping and riding and just like, let's enjoy this life.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Thank you for
hmm
sharing. Thank you for the perspectives. Hmm. I do feel like this kind of we can conclude here
Yeah,
for
it's a
our
beautiful spot.
podcast. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna take a lot of this knowledge and these perspectives with me the next few days, and yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Feeling the joy of doing things.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm so grateful
Yeah.
that you know,
Hmm.
we've had this time
Me
together
too.
to, you know, just talk about and be present in life, what's
Hmm.
alive, because so much of what's alive in each one of us is alive
Hmm.
for all of us. And
Right.
it's whether we talk about it or move through
Yeah.
it and just being really, really, really authentic with where I'm at
Hmm.
and, you know, you being authentic with where you're at. It's
That's
amazing
it.
how much like the that we are on a similar page. So helping each
Yeah.
other to get through that page and, you know, not watching the
Hmm.
news or watching things that we don't enjoy, help
Mm.
us to stay in a more lively, enjoyable space.
Yeah. Oh, amen to that. Yeah. That's even a topic I believe for another podcast, watching things we don't like or what we do like, because
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's so interesting, yeah, how these screens can make us watch things that we actually don't like, but we're so drawn to it because we want to see it, and then it takes our energy, but it doesn't give it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Thank you also for that perspective. That's definitely a topic for another podcast, though.
Beautiful.
Yeah, wow. So thank you so much again, Jake, for this ta for this talk. Yeah, this conversation. Thank you for your perspectives. I am so grateful and looking forward to the next few days.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is
Hmm.
good.
All right. Let's give
All
the
right.
present back to our listeners, viewers, subscribers. Or crazy followers. Thank you, thank you,
If you're
thank you.
here, you're just
If
as
you're
wild
here,
as we are.
yeah, thank you so much.
Cheers. Take it back. Thank you
Take it
much.
back. Bye-bye.
Oh my goodness. That was amazing. 0 Point Podcast.
Yeah, I hope we brought you back to 0 points, or maybe we made 0 points to you. But anyway, thanks for watching.
Either way, we had a great time. Hope you did too. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time. Have a great life. Ciao.
Bye-bye.